Okay, I mentioned recently that I wanted people to bully me over my TBR because it's so long. You can have long TBRs, it's okay. But I do want to get kind of some of these stories that I picked up for a reason. I really thought that I would love them, and then they sort of just kept getting pushed off for this new release or this book that I found or whatever. So there's 104 of these. Okay. Sorry if I'm still a little sniffly. My kids keep getting me sick. There's 104 of these. Okay, so we are going to do my first ever TBR jar. Now, I am a mood reader. Okay. I'm going to do my best to stick to this TBR. But I am a mood reader. I tend to just go up here and I grab something, and that's kind of how I ended up here, because things get pushed to the back because I'll pull things out and be like, oh, I'm interested in all these, which one should I read? And then those go in the front, and then all this other stuff gets pushed to the back, and you get the idea. I have multiple spaces of books. Soon, very soon, I am turning that section of my bedroom over there, maybe just like this entire wall, but definitely that section over there, into tall bookshelves, like Billy bookcase size bookshelves, and then over here probably just more so like display stuff. But I know a ton of what's right here next to me and what's right behind me is stuff that's on my current TBR, as in not read, because I also have tons of books in here that I have read. So let's go. I'm going to do this because there's 104 of them. I'm going to pick a prompt. I'm going to try to find something off of my Fable TBR list. And if it's something different, you know, if it's like an audiobook or something, I can figure that out. Or I may just already have an idea or go off a vibe. So we're really just winging it. I'm scared because I don't want to get a book that I'm not interested in reading. But I have so many good books on my TBR right now. I know it. Okay. An arc. Okay. Wait, let's go on my NetGalley. Wait, I know what I'm gonna read. Okay, I love F1. I only have watched the 2025 season. I got into F1 when I was pregnant with my youngest son and loved going through the 2025 season. So excited for the 2026 season. And I just got the arc recently of the Padock Club, and I kept meaning to put it on my Kindle so that I could read it at night, and I have totally forgotten. But Maril wrote Slipstream, which was a male-male F1 romance, and it was so tragic and so heartwarming at the same time, and just so moving, and I loved it. And so this is the Padock Club, and that's what we're gonna read, because F1 is back, baby. Well, it's almost back. Okay, so that's one. I think I'm gonna do eight prompts, and then if I read more that month, or it also gives me like something to choose from. Because you know how it is when you're a girl. Lots of different moods. Ooh, another blue one. Okay. An indie cover. I have a lot of books actually that I haven't read that I have the indie covers of. I have Anathema by Carrie Lake. I have the indie cover of the Book of Azrael, and I know everyone loves that. I'm in the middle of so many series, but I also have Daughter of No Worlds indie cover. What else do I have the indie cover? I'm not gonna make a choice yet. Okay. Book 3. Oh, green this time. Okay. Continuous series. So many. So many. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm currently reading On the Wings of Blood, and I know in March, the third book, I think it's only going to be a trilogy, of the Bloodwing Academy comes out. I'm doing a vlog for reading the whole series, and so I need to obviously read them back to back, so I'll continue the series with The Bond That Burns. I am really enjoying that series, by the way. 3 down, book 4. Book four. Oops, I dropped one. Green. Ooh. Makes people cry. Okay. Okay. Been saying I want to cry. Okay. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I was thinking about doing The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue because I haven't read that yet, and I know that people love that book, and that it makes people cry. However, and I also thought about A Little Life, but I have been thinking about The Boys of Tom and a Ton, the series, obviously, and you know, I've read Finding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6. I'm on Redeeming 6. Joey Lynch's story will make me cry. It's already made me cry a bunch. Like, anxious. The series makes me anxious. I come from a not great household, like my childhood. Addiction is very prone in my family, and so to his story specifically, Finding 13 had, you know, a lot of that childhood trauma in it, as well as addiction, but not that personal addiction and not that loving someone with addiction. And so Joey in AOF's story was something that, like, they're living that childhood trauma, they're living in poverty, and then Joey's addiction. It's going to make me cry. We're going to read it. I will one day finish this series. I really have to take it in microbursts. Also, I mean, I know why his story is so long, but 770 pages. I'm really trying to do myself in this time. OG Book Talk fave. Okay, OG Book Talk fave. I was actually thinking about doing an Allie Hazelwood book because I have The Love Hypothesis. But I'm pretty sure The Love Hypothesis came out in like 2021. Yeah, okay, The Love Hypothesis came out in 2021. And when I think of OG Book Talk, I got on Book Talk in 2023. Okay. 2021 doesn't seem OG enough for me. So, the Mindfuck series. This does seem like what OG Book Talk was. I don't even know when this series came out. 2016. Yeah, this feels OG. So we're gonna do the Mindfuck series. This is a omnibus, 630 pages. I have read books 1 and I don't know if it says all of them. 1 and 2 recently, and so that's why I guess it's on my brain too. So instead I'll just finish it and then it'll be off my TBR. But I will say the feminine rage in this, I'm obsessed. I love this book. So there's my OG Book Talk. So a new release. Okay. I just read 3 new releases. Okay, because we have 2 romanticities, something that's gonna make me cry, something with rage. Let's do it now. Back to you. First of all, this paperback is so floppy. Oh, I love it. I loved book 1. Very cute. This will be a nice palette cleanser. So I think I'm setting myself up for something good here. My new release. Okay. Fairy Loot. Okay, I'm also doing a series of reading my Fairy Loot books because they come in and then they stay there. So let's do a Fairy Loot. I will say, I'm not just gonna choose Fairy Loot. Fairy Loot, Owl Crate, because I did recently get Owl Crate and Illuma Crate, so any of those. Okay, so it's not Fairy Loot, it's actually Owl Crate, but I did just pick this up on Owl Crate because I actually had gotten the arc of this, and for some reason I wasn't in the mood at the moment. I was actually reading a lot of like lit fic books in that time period, but I ended up not reading the arc, and then I saw that Owl Crate had this as a special edition, and I was like, wow, I really owe that story a read. And also I felt terrible for not reading the arc in time before publishing. And that's, you know, like my job as an arc reader, right? Like if I sign up for it, I should do it. So instead I bought the special edition, and that is The Wolf and the Crown of Blood by Elizabeth May. This book is stunning, stunning. And like, you know, obviously it's a special edition, but like, and I just got it in the other day. So I really should read some of my older books, but since this is technically the oldest story that I've put off, because I had it as an arc, we're gonna choose this. Book 8, book 8. Book that's been on your TBR for more than 1 year. I have a lot of them. I know that the final installment of this series is coming out, so let's read Ninth House. I keep putting it off. I'm intimidated by it because some people love it, some people hate it, but you know what? I read The Secret History and I loved it. And I was intimidated by that too. So Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo will be the first book of hers that I've read. All right, I've come to a decision between the Book of Azrael and The Sinner. I have to say it. I'm sorry. I have to read the Book of Azrael. I have so many other romanticises. I have 1, 2. Okay, I have 2 romanticises. That's not the point. I just keep seeing fan art for it, and I've had this indie cover for forever. And so I'm doing it. The Book of Azrael. So, to wrap it up, we have our 8 books. We have the Book of Azrael for our indie cover. For our Makes People Cry, Redeeming Sex. Continuing series, and again I'm doing a vlog for this, is The Bond That Burns. OG Book Talk fave, the Mindfuck series. And Now Back to You is our new release. Our book subscription box, Fairy Loot, whatever, Owl Crate version of The Wolf and the Crown of Blood. Book that's been on my TBR for longer than a year, Ninth House. And my ARC book is going to be The Padock Club. I will have these books in a March reading wrap up, but also a lot of these will probably be in vlogs, so subscribe to my channel and come hang out. And tell me what books maybe I picked up or mentioned that you're like, you have to read that, okay? I'll do a bully my TBR soon.